In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make these cute hair bun covers, also called a snood. They fit right over your hair bun, and they have these cute flower-shaped design in the center of the hair bun cover, and they are just adorable. You can make one in every color to match all of your outfits, and they're perfect for a day when you just don't have time to do your hair or you're having a bad hair day. How cute would that look? So all you need to make this is one of those elastic ponytail holders, and I'm going to use a size E or 4 3.50 millimeter crochet hook to create the hair bun cover. And these here, like I said, they would fit a small hair bun. The best way to determine the size, I'm going to show you. This is the red one that I made that you'll see in that's the one that I'm wearing in the beginning of the video, in that photo at the beginning of the tutorial. The way to tell if it fits is get a tape measure and lay it flat on here. And the way it works is I'm going to measure from this point to this point, and you can see that it's about 3.5 inches wide. So basically, what you want to do is you put your hair in a ponytail, roll it into a bun, and then you measure the bun on your head, and if it's between 2.5 to like 4 inches at the most, you don't really want to go much bigger than that, then this will fit because this will stretch a little bit. So you also want to pay attention to the depth of the hair bun cozy. So you just open it like that on the side, just kind of open it, flatten it down, and measure the depth of the hair bun cozy without stretching really. And you can see it's about it's about 3 inches in depth. So if your hair bun is about, anywhere from 2 to 3 inches, then that will fit perfect. Even 3.5 really would be okay. So basically, when you measure it a 1/2 inch more, then that will fit just perfect. So that's how you determine how it fits. All right. So let me go ahead and show you how to make this today. And I already made this in red, and you can see I have other colors that we made. This is Red Heart Super Saver yarn. That was the color Flamingo. This is also Red Heart Super Saver yarn in orange. And this is the one in yellow. And then, of course, the one in red is the one that I'm wearing in the beginning of the tutorial. So I'm going to go ahead and make one in pink today. So this is also Red Heart Super Saver yarn. It's a 4-ply worsted weight yarn. And this is one of those tape measures, and I had made him with a little frog cozy. I'll show you that in a future tutorial. I think he's really cute. And I had it so that the measuring tape came out like his tongue. So I thought that was cute. So I'll show you how to make that sometime in a future tutorial as well. Okay, so we're going to start off with a magic ring or a magic circle. Okay, so now we're going to do 15 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that was 9, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so let's go ahead and cinch up that circle, close it up a little bit, and then we're going to join with a slip stitch to that very first single crochet. Like I said, we want 15 single crochets into the center of the magic ring. Okay, I'm going to join with a slip stitch. I'm going to close up that magic circle a little bit there. Okay, so to begin, you can see here we have 5 petals to our flower here. So we're going to do a chain 3 to begin. 1, 2, 3. So now what we want to do is we want right here you can see there's 5 double crochets. we're going to count this first. Chain 3 is a double crochet, so we need 4 more, all into that same stitch, because we want a total of 5 double crochets into the same stitch. So since we're counting that, that's 1, it's 2 double crochets, 3, 4, 5. So that's a total of 5 double crochets all into that same stitch. And then we're going to chain 1. And if you pull this over to a little bit, you can see that there's a stitch here and one here. Okay, so pull it over so you can see it, because this kind of overlaps the stitch. There's the next stitch. Skip that one. And then skip that one as well. And then work into this one. So you're skipping the first 2. And then you're going to do 5 double crochets into this stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was 5 double crochets all into the same stitch. So once again, we're going to skip the next 2 stitches and then work 5 double crochets into that third one here. So skip these 2 and work 5 double crochets all into the same stitch. That's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to chain 1. And then we're going to skip these 2 stitches here. And then work into this third one right here. So skipping the next 2, and then 5 double crochets into the next stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 double crochets all into the same stitch. So we're supposed to have 5 petals, so it's this beginning of 4 of the petals. So now we just need 1 more, so we're going to skip the next 2 stitches. And remember, this kind of overlaps that one, so you want to kind of pull it back so you can see there's a stitch there. So we're going to work into that one. Skipping these first 2, and then 5 double crochets all into the same stitch here. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then chain 1. And then there's that beginning chain 3 that we did. We're going to do a slip stitch into the third chain here at the top, join with a slip stitch. Okay, so that is the beginning of the bottom parts of our petal. That's this part right here. So now we're going to be working on the top portion of the petals. Okay, so to do that, right here we're going to chain 3, which is going to count as a double crochet. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to do yarn over, insert it into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on the hook. You're going to do yarn over and pull through the first 2, leaving this last one on. And we're not going to finish the double crochet. You're going to start working into the next stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You see now that we have 4 loops, do yarn over, pull through the first 2, leaving these last 2 still on the hook. You'll have 3 loops, so now you're not going to finish a double crochet here. You're just going to keep collecting the loops until we get to the end here of this petal. So then yarn over, insert it into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You will have 5 loops on your hook. You're going to do yarn over and pull through the first 2, leaving these last 3 still on the hook. Okay, so now you see you have 4 loops. Do a yarn over, insert it into the next stitch, yarn over, pull that through. You see that you have 6 loops on your hook. You're going to do a yarn over and you're going to pull through the first 2 loops, leaving these last 4 still remaining on the hook. And now you see that you have 5 loops here. So we've worked all the double crochets. do a yarn over, and we're going to pull that through all 5 loops. And there, you can see that your flower petal came to a point there, just like that one. So now you're going to do a chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you see the space where we did the chain 1 in between the bottom parts of the petals when we did the double crochets? You're going to do a single crochet right into that space, right there. Okay, so now we're going to do a chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to work this petal just like we did this one. So yarn over, insert it into the first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, and we're just going to pull it through the first 2, leaving this last one still on. Now you have your 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert it into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull that through until you have your 4 loops. Yarn over, and we're just pulling through the first 2, leaving these other ones still on the hook. Let's back that one up. Okay, yarn over, insert it into the next stitch. Pull up a loop. You'll have 4 loops on your hook. We're going to do a yarn over, and we're only pulling through these 2 loops, leaving these last ones still on the hook. And then you'll see you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert it into the next stitch. We're going to do a yarn over and pull that through until you have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, we're pulling it through the first 2, leaving these last 3 still on our hook. And then you see we have 4 loops. And then we're going to do a yarn over, insert it into the next stitch. We're going to pull up a loop. You now see that you have 6 loops. We're going to do yarn over and pull through these 2. And now you see that we have 5 loops on our hook. Yarn over, insert it into the next stitch. Pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through these 2. Okay, so now you have your 6 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all the loops. Okay. And then we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then single crochet into that chain 1 space. Okay. And then chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yarn over, insert it into the next stitch. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. You'll see you have 2 loops on the hook. And then yarn over, insert it into the next stitch. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Now you see you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2. You have 4 loops. Yarn over, insert into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You now have your 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over, insert into the last stitch there. Pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And now you see you have 6 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 6 loops. Okay, now you want to do a chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then single crochet into that chain 1 space between the petals there. Okay, so you can see we have 3 of the petals done so far. Okay, so now we want to chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to do the same thing for this petal that we just did in the other ones. So yarn over, insert it into the stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through the first 2. You'll have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through these 2 loops, leaving these last 2 on the hook. So now you have 3 loops. Yarn over, insert into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, leaving these last 3 still on your hook. You see that we have 4 loops so far. yarn over, insert into the next one, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. You now have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert into that next double crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. So now you have your 6 loops again. Yarn over and pull through all 6 loops. Okay, and then we want to chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you see that chain 1 space between the double crochets. Do a single crochet there. And then chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have one more petal to work here. So do a yarn over, insert it into the first double crochet. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and then leave this last one on. And then you see we have 2 loops at this point. Yarn over, insert it into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2. Now we have our 3 loops. Yarn over, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull that through to pull up a loop. You now will yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, leaving these last 3 still on your hook. And now we have our 4 loops. So we yarn over, insert into the next double crochet, yarn over, pull that through to pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, leaving these last 4 still on the hook. And at this point you see that we have 5 loops on our hook. Now we do yarn over, insert into the next double crochet, yarn over, pull that through to pull up a loop, and then over, pull it through the first 2 loops, leaving these last ones still on the hook. Then you see that we have 6 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through all 6 loops. Alright, so now we want to do a chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then we're going to do a single crochet into that chain 1 space between the petals. And this here was that chain 3 that counted as a double crochet. So we're going to do a chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Join with a slip stitch to that first one here, to the top of that petal right there. Okay, so now for the next round, what we're going to do is we need to slip stitch over a little bit. So slip stitch into the next 2 chains. Okay, so slip stitch into the next chain here. So we're slip stitching into the first 2 chains, and then right into that same chain 6 space, we're going to do a single crochet, and then you want to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then single crochet into the center of this chain 6 space here. We'll just do a single crochet, and then chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then single crochet into that chain 6 space there, and then chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet into this chain 6 space. We're going to do that all the way around. So chain 6 again. 1, that's 6, single crochet into that chain 6 space, and then same thing, chain 6 and then single crochet into that space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet into that one. Okay, and then chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet into that chain 6 space. That's what it looks like so far. We're about halfway around. This is where we did those slip stitches. So if you are having trouble determining where we started, that's where we did the 2 slip stitches and then that single crochet to begin this round. So you can go ahead and put a stitch marker in if you feel that you could lose your place. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so that's where we began this round. So we're just going to do the same thing all the way around until we get to the stitch marker. So once again, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet into the center of that chain 6 space. And then we're going to chain 6 again. 1, single crochet into that chain 6 space from the previous round. And then chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then single crochet into that chain 6 space from the previous round. Okay, so we're almost there to the stitch marker. So we're going to go ahead and chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to do a slip stitch into that single crochet Okay, so that completes that round. This is what it looks like so far. You can see the flower in the center with the 5 petals. So we're going to do another round just like this, where we're going to do chain 6s all the way around. So what we'll do is we're going to do the same thing we did when we began the previous round. So slip stitch into the first 2 chains of this chain 6 from the previous round. Okay, so 2, slip stitch into the first 2, and then single crochet into that one. And that's pretty much the center of that chain 6 space. And then go ahead and put your stitch marker into that single crochet so you know where we began the round and where to end. Because when we go around with the chain 6s here, we're going to go all the way around and then we'll be slip stitching into that single crochet again. Okay, so chain 6, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet into the next chain 6 space. Same thing, chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet into the chain 6 space from the previous round. Chain 6 again, 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, then chain 6 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet into that chain 6 space from the previous round. So we're just going to do that all the way around until we get to the stitch marker again. So chain 6 again, 1, 2, single crochet into that chain 6 space, then 6 chains again, single crochet, chain 6, single crochet, okay, chain 6 again, single crochet, alright, chain 6, 5, 6, single crochet into the center of that chain 6 space from the previous round, and you can see we're right here where the stitch marker is, so we're going to chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're going to join with a slip stitch to that single crochet right there where the stitch marker is. Okay, so that completes that round. So that's what it looks like so far. So now we need to start to decrease so it's no longer a circle. It starts to curl in, just like this. Okay, so we're going to start that process now. To do that, let's go ahead and take the stitch marker out first. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do just like we did in the previous rounds, where we do a slip stitch into the first 2 chains. Okay, and then single crochet into that space right there. So now, instead of doing chain 6, we're going to chain 3 now. Because So we want it to start to curl in, just like this one. So now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet into that chain 6 space from the previous round. Let's go ahead and put a stitch marker in to that first single crochet, so that way we know where we begin our round. Okay, go ahead and chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the chain 6 space from the previous round. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, do a single crochet here. I'm going to do that all the way around. 1, 2, 3. That was 3 chains, single crochet into the center of that chain 6 from the previous round, and then chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3, single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet, and then you can see we're here with the stitch marker is, so go ahead and chain 3, that's 3, do a slip stitch into that first single crochet that we did where the stitch marker is. Okay, so that completes that round. So now you can see it's starting to curl in, kind of like a bowl shape. So now this is the round where we're going to be adding our ponytail holder or elastic. So that way you have that rim right here that stretches over to your bun and holds on nice and snug. Alright, so let me go ahead and take the stitch marker out. We won't need that any longer. Okay, so what you want to do is go ahead and insert your hook into that. See where that chain 3 space is here? That's where we did the chain 3. So we're going to insert the hook under there. And then put your elastic right over the hook like that. Okay, making sure this yarn is out of the way. And it's going to be over the yarn, over that ponytail holder. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do a yarn over and pull that underneath the ponytail holder. Pull that through that chain space there. You're going to have 2 loops, yarn over, and do a single crochet. And now you can see we have attached our elastic band or ponytail holder. So in this chain space here, where we did the chain 3s, we're going to do only 2 2 single crochets. So we already did 1, so do 1 more single crochet. And you see these single crochets that we did, you're going to do 1 single crochet into that. And every time you do that, you want to make sure that you insert the hook through the stitch, but also under the ponytail holder, and then do a yarn over and pull up a loop, and then do a single crochet, so you're encasing the ponytail holder as you move along. Okay, so then in this chain space here, we're going to do 2 single crochets, so insert it into that space, making sure the hook goes underneath the ponytail holder as well. Yarn over, pull that through, do a single crochet, and then do another single crochet into that same space, because we're going to do 2 in the spaces, and then 1 single crochet in the single crochets from the previous round. And making sure that you encase that ponytail holder in there as you go along. Okay, so now we have 2 single crochets into this chain space. And then there's that single crochet, so do 1 single crochet. And then here's that chain 3 space. So 2 single crochets, making sure we encase our ponytail holder. And there's that single crochet, so do 1 single crochet, 2 into the space there. So we're just crocheting right over that ponytail holder. Okay, so we're doing that all the way around. 2 into the chain spaces, and then 1 single crochet into the single crochet from the previous round. So we're going to do that all the way around. Okay, so here we'll have 2 single crochets, and then 1 single crochet into the single crochet there, and then 2 single crochets into the chain 3 space. So we're almost done, you can see. So that's starting to close that up, so it'll stretch right over your bun and stay nice and tight and won't fall off your bun on your hair. Okay, so I'm going to move this tail out of the way here. Okay, so now we have a single crochet into this one. That was the single crochet from the previous round, so we do 1 single crochet in there. This is that chain 3 space, so we're going to do 2 single crochets into that one. And here's that single crochet, so do 1 single crochet, making sure that you insert it under that ponytail holder, because we want to make sure you're encasing that. Because if you don't, then you might skip it and it will look like that, then you know you missed it. So just make sure that when you insert the hook, that you're inserting it under the ponytail holder as well. Then do the yarn over. I'm going to do 2 single crochets here. So as you can see, we are now done. So join with a slip stitch, and there we have it. We have completed our little hair bun cover, or hair bun cozy, or snood, however you want to call it. It's just adorable. So now we just need to cut a tail and fasten off and weave in the 2 tails that we have, because we have 1 tail from the beginning part where we had that magic circle. So I went ahead and I'm just going to do a yarn over, pull that through all the way through until it ends, give it a tug to fasten off, and now we're ready to weave those 2 tails in. So you can get your crochet darning needle, or this one's a plastic one. There's also metal ones. I prefer to use the plastic because sometimes when the tails are a little too short, they are bendable, where the metal ones are not. So I think they work better. Okay, so then here, you just kind of want to go into the next stitch there, and then come out the next stitch there. You can weave it in any way that you like, but I find that if you kind of weave it in under those stitches, a few here, kind of hides it nice. Oops. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut that there. Okay, and that was the magic ring, so I'm just going to pull that to close up that center circle a little bit there, and then we can weave that one in. Okay, and then just go ahead and weave it underneath those stitches to hide the tail a little bit. Alright, we'll go ahead and cut that. So there you have it. We have completed our little hair bun cover, or snood. I also like to call them a hair bun cozy. They're just adorable. So, like I said, to tell the size of the bun that this will fit, like this is a pretty small hair bun cozy. I will show you some other ones, different styles that I like to do, which might be a little bit bigger. And if you have a size that I haven't shown, that I'm not going to show in a future tutorial, because I have 2 more tutorials I'm going to show you that I already designed the patterns for. So I'm going to show you those ones. But if you have a size that you need, maybe you have a larger hair bun that you need, just let me know and put a request in. Just tell me how wide you need it to be and how thick, in other words, the depth of the hair bun cozy, and I'll be more than happy to come up with a pattern that will work for you. So the way to tell, like I said, the best way to tell if this is going to fit is to go ahead and measure when it's laying flat, and you can see that's about 3.5 inches. So if your hair bun is between like 2.5 to 4 inches, this will fit just fine. And then you kind of stretch it out this way, and then that gives you the depth of the bun cover. And it's approximately 3 inches. So if your hair bun sticks out, you know, from your scalp about 2.5 to 3.5 inches, then it'll fit just perfectly. So that's the best way to tell. So like I said, if you put your hair in a bun and you find that you like this design, but it's just too small, you know, go ahead and tell me the width of your hair bun and the width, the depth of it, and I'll be more than happy to come up with a pattern that will fit. So I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial today. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I hope that you will subscribe. That way you won't miss any of my future tutorials. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.